who sent me this clip. Now, mind you, I don't partake in whatever goes on in Messy Talk because y'all got y'all you're in your own universe, right? I'll leave you guys to it. You like you have fun. But I got a clip sent to me about James. If you don't know who James is on Messy Talk, I don't even know how to explain this loser. He's been a loser for like the last 4 years on Messy Talk. But I got this clip of James, and I watched it briefly. I just left the gym. I was watching it, listening to it at the gym. And I got this clip of him talking about him. And this is the only reason why I'm speaking on this, because I feel like it's a matter of importance. It in my opinion. Let me sit up for this one. Okay, let me sit up because I feel like it was a matter of importance. And most of the time when bloggers send me stuff, they send me stuff, just to share their stuff. And I do my best. I try to share their stuff as much as I can and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But, or they'll send me stuff like, hey, this is interesting, you should watch it, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with watching whatever when I have the time to. It's not that I don't, but you guys know that in a couple of days I'm flying to Atlanta for this listening party with Jermaine Dupri. So I've just been really trying to get my body tight for this listening party. Okay. Shout out to the record label who sent it to me. Love y'all real bad. Okay. So, that's what I've been doing. I've been getting ready for this party in Atlanta. So, but I got sent the clip of James, and I'm going to do my best to explain to you what I heard. It was basically him trying to, or basically his wife, girlfriend, live-in slave. She goes by the name of Snappa. And she exposed him for trying to sleep with her daughter or something like that. Her daughter's 18 from a separate relationship or separate marriage. And in the clip, he was rambling about this training session. And when I heard him explaining it, my ears just honed in on it, right? My ears just completely honed in on it. I'm like, training session? He's in this video. He's in this clip. And he's talking about, well, it was a training session, so she knows what not to do. She knows what not to do if someone were to try her, I guess, sexually or something like that. All of that sounded like grooming. It's grooming. It's just, there's no other way to put it, right? He was grooming her. He was trying to normalize her, allowing him to touch her. That's what that is, right? If I told this set of bananas, listen, if somebody peels you back, okay, I'm going to train you, but you got to let me peel you back just so you can prepare yourself to be peeled. Baby, I'm about to eat this motherfucking banana, right? That's me grooming this banana to get ate. And that's what it sounded like he was doing in this clip that I listened to. He was trying to condition her to be touched. You know what I mean? Calling it training. Oh, I'm training you. That's something you can call any individual, law enforcement individual who works in child sexual assault cases, adult sexual assault cases, and they'll tell you, oh, that sounds like class A grooming, right? That's a tactic that most of them use. That's why a lot of them, hear me out, that is why a lot of them end up as coaches for teams, because those kids are already conditioned to listen and those kids are being conditioned to learn. So when those Jerry Sandusky and tons of them, my partner, his wrestling coach, he didn't diddle my partner, but he did get caught diddling other boys on my partner's wrestling team in high school. And because he never stayed after. He said, the reason why I probably didn't get diddled is because I always wanted to hang out with my friends and go play video games. So I always left right after practice. I always left. But a lot of the boys stayed. They condition you to being touched. And because they're a letter of authority, it makes it easy to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? So you said, oh, what did you walk in on? Well, let me block you and then you can walk back later. How about that? Okay, so... because I hate when people say that. What did I walk in on? This is not a candid camera live stream. Just listen, okay? So she can come back when she realizes. Just come in quietly. So, and that goes for the rest of y'all who was about to type that. So what I say all of that to say that individuals who are attempting to try and condition you to cross boundaries with you, that is a form of grooming. Saying I'm training you. Everyone knows, if you don't know who James is, he's this homeless, degenerative loser on TikTok live stream who always looks like he's talking through a potato. They don't constantly go viral, but they go viral pretty often on Messy Talk when he's doing outlandish things. Last year, he actually went viral on TikTok for reprimanding his daughter for having her period and making her do all of these like humiliating things on live stream on Facebook and on TikTok. And here he is again going viral for apparently allegedly inappropriately having an inappropriate touching fest on his stepdaughter who's 18, right? So I'm trying to keep my cool because I'm trying to keep my cool. So I'm watching this video shout out to the blogger who sent to me. I'm not going to tell the blogger's name, but you know who you is. Shout out to the blogger who sent me the clip. Cause yeah, in this video, James is talking about, well, his partner / slave, outed him saying, oh, you fucked my daughter. He said, I didn't fuck her. I was just giving her a training session. And then the wife goes, oh, well, why were you your hands under her shirt? And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I say all of that to say that in the second clip that I watched, because I only watched 2, I'm sure there's more. He said, no, did you clip of him calling the daughter? No. So in the second clip, I don't want to hear any more clips from James. I'll tell you that much right now. In the second clip I watched that I was sent, this is really important too, because I just need you guys to understand, like, people like James, watching that clip, people like James are only with people like Snappa to get access to her children. That is really what it is. I'm being honest with you. People like James get with women like Snappa who have low self-esteem, low self-interest, and he deteriorates them. He makes her feel ugly and unwholesome so they can really just get access to your children. That's really what it is, But here's the kicker. People like James, the only reason why they're able to get away with the things that they're able to get away with is because very dangerous women prop them up. Very, very pick-me's prop them up. That's why. Do you think after James had publicly embarrassed his child last year because she had got her menstrual, would still be on TikTok, still be on social media, had it not been for the propping up by pick-me women? That's why I told you pick-me women are dangerous, because last year, and I'm going to set the tone for you because I remember this like it was yesterday. So last year, James and his wife / slave had gotten to this big argument. I don't entirely sure know what caused the argument, but his wife was like, I'm leaving him. And I remember gifting her a ton. I'm not going to hold you. I was gifting her a ton because she made it seem as though she was leaving him. So everybody's like, oh, his slave wife is leaving him. So everybody send her money to her Cash App, gift her, like we're going to help her. This funky bitch turned her right back around 2 days later and came back home to him, which I remember that he probably ended up getting that money that everybody sent, And so at the time she was fake leaving him, if you will, fake leaving him. And I'll give Snappa that much. The bitch can act, because she really had me. She really did. She probably never did. I think she went into the city because they live in the sticks, but I think she went into the city. You know what I mean? Look like give me a second. Like, I remember the incident, but I don't remember the bit by bit details, but I remember her live streaming. I remember gifting her. And I remember, it looked like she was headed toward a shelter, or she was headed toward somewhere like, it looked like she was in a downtown area. That's all I can remember. Just, I remember seeing her in a downtown area. And I think she was like headed toward a shelter. Yeah. Catching the bus or something like that. I just remember her not in the sticks. Okay. So at the time there was 2 creators on this app who, I don't know if they even make content anymore, but it was Alex, that's my homegirl. She's like a little sister to me, and Sharby. And they were like on the forefront. They were on the forefront of helping her separate from this man, getting her the resources she needed, blase soise. And here go a motherfucking pick me by the name of I Am Asia Brat Baby Bubblegum. I can't even remember her name, Asia something. Posting these crazy videos of James making it seem like he's a good dad and he's all the... Hold on one second, I gotta get that. I wish this never rings. And just so y'all know, the yoga is working. Look at that. Okay, so she and you could also tell, you could just see it in my arms. So this lady, this blogger, is posting all this stuff, like dragging them, and I was bewildered. I was like, what is happening? What is going on? Like, they're trying to help this lady essentially get the fuck out of this toxic relationship. But here go a pick me. Here comes a pick me propping up a man. I had no idea that this Asia lady was close to James. Not to say that, like, I've never seen them in panels together. I just didn't know. I didn't know that they actually paneled together. But, you know, on TikTok, anybody could panel with anyone, right? So, never mind. So, when that happened, when I watched the clip from today, hearing, I can't remember whose live stream it was, but she was on a panel, and hearing her again. Oh, let me block you. Let me block this person. Hold on. Okay. Because she, like, the people can't comment when you're sharing the live like that. So I'll unblock her in a minute, but don't do that. Don't share my live. My live doesn't go get shared to nobody. I want to make that really abundantly clear. Like, I don't need my live shared to nobody. I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say, and I'm going to get going. I don't need it shared. There is no open panels here. Don't nobody come up on the side or the top of the screen. It's just me, and I'm going to talk. I don't need 30,000 people finding this out. And you don't know 30,000 people to be sharing it like that, which is fucking crazy. Okay, so let me just block you, and you can come back when you want to hear, like, who do you need to share it to? How important of what the fuck I'm about to say needs to be sent that many goddamn times? Like, you don't know 38,000 fucking people to share it to. So who the fuck are you sharing it to? Like, that shit is weird, you know? Like, I can see, okay, I'm going to share it to this person. This is interesting. But to spam the whole chat with it, and so nobody else can talk, no one can message each other, nobody can reply back to each other, no one can talk. Like, that shit is weird, man. I'm sorry, that shit's weird. And I don't like that. That shit is weird. It's like, so you're the only person allowed in the chat. Nobody else can speak. So you can get your 28 million shares in. Just weird. Block. Okay. Not y'all picked the wrong time to play. So let me finish this story because I want to get it out. Not you crying. So, when I see the second clip that I watched today of James, about James, it was just a conversation about James. The first clip was James. The second conversation was about James. Of course, here this bitch go again. This Asian lady again. Defending this man again. And she said two particular things that this is why I want to touch on, why it's very important to do not be near pick-me's, because they will get you in a world of danger. She says, if you're going to report it, make sure you report it right. That girl didn't live with him that long, and it's not grooming. I think Braid King was questioning her. He said something like, okay, we got it. She's 18. Do you think it was grooming? And the Asian lady said, I don't know. I wasn't there. But prior to that, she said, she tried to make an argument, right? She tried to make a case for, well, she wasn't there, the daughter. She wasn't in the home long enough to be groomed. Like, grooming takes decades. Grooming takes 30 seconds. All it takes is a predator 30 seconds to hone in on their victim. So if the girl was there longer than 30 seconds, she was being groomed. Longer than 30 seconds, she was being groomed. Longer than 30 seconds, talking about a training. There's no training exercise that girl needs from an old pervert, toothless one probably. So she says, oh, I don't know. And they drop her from the panel. They was like, you know what? And here's the thing. It's women like her Let me take you motherfuckers down memory lane. Let me take y'all niggas down memory lane about the toxic type of stuff that Asia does to prop up dangerous men. Let's begin. So first, when Sharby and Alex were trying to free Snappa's slow ass from that man, Asia baby decided to use her God's given energy to produce content to say this man isn't dangerous and that, in fact, these two women trying to save Snappa are the unhinged ones. Let's start there. Then let's get to me, because I never forgot. I didn't forget. Let's go to that nigga that scammed you, all of y'all, out of $8,000 pretending he had a sick baby. That nigga and that bitch sat on that fucking panel, and this bitch told me I needed to bow down to a lying ass, scamming ass nigga scamming messy talk on his child's head. I remember that. I remember her producing dozens of videos about me, telling me I needed to bow down to a loser until Glock exposed the nigga was a scammer on accident. Because he was so guilty for scamming Messy Talk. And guess who was behind him, propping him up? Asia baby. She has a history of finding the worst, lowest denominators of niggas and trying to harass women on the app to protect these men. And now she's in it again. Because when that nigga was caught scamming on his sick baby's head, the baby was completely fine. That man wasn't even with his wife at the time. Those kids, he hadn't seen them in years. Years. But he found a pick-me and a platform, and he got on it. And Asia baby said, and I quote, "This is a king, and Nosy, you need to get on your knees and bow down to him." That's what she told me. That's what she said. And when he got exposed for scamming, she was nowhere to be found. No apology to me. No, I'm sorry, I had no idea. And then she had the nerve to say today on that clip that I watched, "I'm never on the wrong side." Except I never got that apology. And Sharby and Alex never got that apology. You always seem to be at the scene of the crime when a nigga doing some foul shit on this app. You be the first one there. Trying to clean up they mess. You be the first one there. And Trina, you be the first one there. Trina, I forgot about Trina. Shout out to Trina. I ain't seen her in a minute. I hope she's doing good. You be the first one there at the scene of the crime when a nigga doing some foul shit. You got a nigga scamming on his baby's head, which is crazy because you know how the black community works. You know we don't talk ill of the living. You can ask a black person to call off of work and the last motherfucking excuse they gonna use is a family member sick, because we don't play like that. We don't speak those type of words over our family. You know that. A black person will lie about everything under the sun. They will never use an excuse, "Oh, my grandmama's sick." We don't do that, and we don't play like that. We don't play about our kids. We don't play about, "Oh, my brother's sick." We don't play those type of games for nothing. We'll say, "My tire's flat. I ain't got no gas money." You know what I mean? I'm not home, so I ain't got no way to get to work. We'll say everything else. You let a nigga lie about his child and then try to. You can never drag me. You could never drag me, ever. Your attempts with your 10 views, which is fucking crazy work, knowing me that I'm clocking 60 million views a month. So you with those weird videos, that's why I blocked you, because I was like, what the fuck is this? Imagine me netting 60 million views a month, which I never did, attempting to argue with somebody who couldn't get 1,000 views on those videos she was pumping out. I blocked her and ignored that shit. I said, what the fuck is this? Block. But for you to come back around full motherfucking circle and do it again with James is crazy. It's crazy. So I just wanted to get that off my chest because I didn't forget. The North never forgot. And when I saw that clip today, I was like, that shit gave me PT motherfucking SD. I said, she back at it again. She just don't stop. She literally does not stop. She literally doesn't stop. Like, and I'm not saying this to just be like, oh, I'm not even bandwagon. It happened to me. It was literally not even a pimple. It wasn't a blurb, but it pissed me off enough. You understand what I'm trying to say? It pissed me off enough. I was mad enough because it called in line my authenticity, like that I just attack men. Let me tell you how. I have to get you guys the backup because you need to understand how it even began. I was doing a live stream. It was the time I was recapping. People were asking, I can't even remember what the topic was, but people in the comments were asking me questions. If you guys know who Just Jeff is, he like frequents blogs, but he doesn't do it often, but I think he might have. I don't remember, but he goes by Just Jeff. He jumped in my box and we were talking for a little bit, and then Jeff dropped down. And the guy, his name was Chef Tam Bam or some weird shit like that. He was a chef, but he was always a construction worker. The nigga was a scammer. It didn't matter. He was in my comments and he made a comment and said, oh, you only let men who agree with you up in the box. Interestingly enough, me and Jeff were talking about something incredibly mundane. I could literally guess that me and Jeff were either talking about the weather or something fucking stupid. But this guy leaves a comment. Oh, you only let men in your box who agree with you. I'm like, then I go off on him. I'm like, you sound like a creep and a fucking loser, because Jeff got in my box because he had something mundane to say and I had something mundane to answer. So I cussed the guy out and called him a loser because he was. This nigga proceeds to go across all of my social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. He's leaving me bad reviews on my Facebook because my Facebook's a business page. In my head, I thought he was a barb because I didn't register. He was the guy that I blocked on TikTok, vacations on social media. So I thought it was a barb because, I have a lot of fan bases that argue with me. So I cussed him out briefly on Twitter, and then that was it. And then I blocked him. This nigga shows up with Asia Baby. And I said, who the fuck is this nigga? I said, wait, he been sending me messages across all my social media. So then Asia Baby starts saying, making these video posts like, oh, you don't respect a black man. I could put my fist through my fucking phone right now. Because miss me with that, you don't give a fuck about a black man type argument. When the nigga we're talking about literally scammed Messy Talk for 8 bands. And the only reason it got found out is because he caught himself in a lie on Glock's live. And Glock was like, yo, hold up. What's going on here? Because he thought that Glock was talking about him. She wasn't even talking about him. She was talking about a separate scammer. Asia Baby, you proceeded to make all these videos about me and this man, tell him, I'm never going to forget that. The North is never going to forget. You told me to bow down to a scamming ass nigga who ain't seen his kids in I don't know how many years. Posting old clips. The nigga was as fat as outside. And he was posting clips of him and his daughter in a hospital bed. And the nigga in the hospital bed with her looked like he weighed about $175. But the nigga on live stream looked like he weighed about 400 pounds. And I'm like, that's when people start putting two together. Like, these pictures cannot be recent. And they weren't. They weren't, and they were old. They weren't, and they were old. But I didn't forget. And after seeing what I saw today, that it just like triggered a PTSD in me. I'm like, she did it to me too, Sharby. Because Sharby was up there. I almost cried because that shit pissed me off. Because I was like, here she go again. Like, she is toxic. Not stop. I'm just saying, the North remembers. I remember. And women like that are so dangerous. They are so dangerous. And the part that really got me in that clip that I listened to was her trying to police how to report this man. Because what she's doing is she's playing the fence. She's playing the fence. Well, I don't want to come out and outwardly support him because I don't actually believe he was grooming her. And I do believe he was doing some military tactics to teach her how not to be groomed. But at the same time, if they're going to report her, report it right. No, bitch, you report it right. You do it. You go do it. It had a police laugh in your face like, ma'am, you can be groomed within 30 seconds of meeting a predator. What are you talking about? She wasn't there long enough. What are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, she's 18. You can be groomed at any age. What, are you nuts? Are you nuts? You could be literally groomed. Grooming simply means using manipulative tactics to get what you want from an individual. I could groom my boss if I had one. You know what I mean? Like if there was something out of him I wanted, like a raise or something like that. Like you can groom anyone at any time for anything that you wanted, knowing you're using manipulative tactics with that person to get what you want. What makes grooming is age gaps, education levels, socioeconomic levels, gender, race, neighborhood. There are so many key factors. And we're talking about an 18-year-old girl. And you all see how James fucking talks on the internet and how Snappa reacts. You're not gonna convince me he don't put his hands on that woman. How much know-how did you think an 18-year-old was gonna have against James? The way he talks and yells and barks. How much strength did you think that she was gonna have when you know Snappa? She goes off, but for the most part, in the beginning, she was very quiet. How much know-how from a woman who can't escape him? How much strength did you think the daughter was going to have? Like, how much strength did you think she was going to have when her mother is a jellyback? You know what I mean? Her mom's weak. Come on. Like, that shit pissed me off. So I had to get that out because I just needed to get that out. Okay? Thank you. Oh, let me block you, Plucky. I think these are spam bots doing this. You said, especially if she sees her mom being treated the same way. Exactly. And I want to know, here's my thing. I know nobody's asking, but I am. What happened to all that money that Snappa was supposed to use to escape? What happened to all that money? What happened to all that money Snappa was supposed to... I'm on 10 right now. What happened to all that money Snappa was supposed to... Did she give it to James? Huh? And then in this clip that I heard today, James was saying something about on the lines of, well, if y'all really care about Snappa, you need to send her cash apps. Why? So you can take it? She's not leaving, so what would she need the money for? Like, this is crazy. That man is crazy. Quit platforming him. He's a nut. He can get on his own platform and scream and spit on the camera. Completely ignore Snappa. And that Asia lady, she's just the worst. I'm sorry. Like, if Sharby and Trina and Alex's situation was isolated, there would be room to dissect it and be like, were they helpful? You know, did they do the best that they could? Was there inadvertent distractions with Asia Baby posting videos about how James is a good person and these women are just toxic and they hate black men? Even though I wouldn't even call James a man. The fact that he gets that title is so unnerving to me because he's not. That is not a man. So black, yes, man, no. So I would not. I would say that some critiques could be made. But when the pattern continues, and I was a part of that pattern, so I felt the ripple effect of that, not monetarily, like she could never fuck up my money, but like just the overall audacity. It's been over a year. It's been over a year and a half that happened, and I still think about it from time to time. Obviously not every day, but I still grapple with it. And I think about it. I was just like, why would a woman so vehemently come after me for a man? And then after he gets exposed for being a lying, scamming slum, she never apologized to me. She never reached out to me. My email is in my bio. Like, my phone number is public on Facebook. You know what I mean? So people can call in tips and stuff and send me live streams for celebrities. I'm like, she never, and then to hear her say on that live stream today, I'm never on the wrong side of history. I damn near tried to find thank you, Empress. I damn near tried to find a fucking time machine so I could go back and listen to it. And on the wrong side of history. You're never on the wrong side of history. She said, I'm never on the wrong side of history until I have all the facts. But you had the facts about Chef Tam Bam, and you still never apologized to me. You never apologized because he's got a big community over on Facebook. You never took those videos to Facebook and let them know what he was doing. Those people he was scamming over there. And he's got a pretty sizable Facebook following because he was harassing me on Facebook. You never went over there to do that. When it came,